What's up you guys, the Curious Owl here, and welcome to my October 2017 TBR video. It is here, fall is upon us now. I'm super duper freaking excited for it. I can't wait to drink all the pumpkin spice lattes and drink all of the apple cider and start drinking hot cocoa and wearing all the flannels, and I just can't wait to hear the crunch of leaves under my shoes as I walk through campus. I'm so excited, and it means it's time to get spoopy. Time for Halloween. First things first, I will be finishing The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins this month. This is the first book I'm going to try and get through because I did start it in September with the 24-hour readathon that I did, but I did not get to finish it, and so I did make a promise that if I didn't finish a book during the 24-hour readathon, I would still continue it and try to upload a video sometime before the next 24-hour readathon for that specific book. So I am almost 3/4 of the way through it, and I'll just say now I'm not sure how I feel about it, so don't expect a very highly praised review. But like I said, I haven't finished it yet, so I can't exactly divulge much of my opinions on it now. I will say though, it is very slow paced, and it is definitely not exactly how I expected the setup to be. That's all I'm gonna say. The second book that I will be reading before the next 24-hour readathon is going to be another book from Off Tones Publishing, and they have asked me to do a read along with it, so thank you to Off Tones Publishing for sending me an e-copy of the Witches of the Glass Castle book. Now this is a book that's been out again for a little bit, and there's actually a second book that has also already been out, but they're looking to gain some more traction for this novel, and I'm very excited to see how this goes because it's very much Halloween themed with witches and magic and spookiness, and I'm very excited to see how this goes because I love books that talk about witches. They are my most favorite supernatural thing besides vampires, and something about a witch just screams to me feminism and just strong-willed girl power. I don't know why. I think that's because I've watched Practical Magic with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman too many times, but that's beside the point. Book number 3 is going to be more of an audiobook that I will be trying to listen to throughout the month, and that is going to be the second book in the Harry Potter series, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Now, in all honesty, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, when I listened to it on audiobook, really only took me probably 3 or 4 days to listen to it in its entirety, and I would really listen to it going in between classes or basically getting ready for the day or something, so I was able to find a lot of time to listen to it, so I may end up listening to more than just that one, so don't be surprised if I end up coming out with a lot of Harry Potter audiobook reviews in the next month, because honestly I would not be surprised if I could get through book 4 by the end of the month, but we'll see how exactly long they are, because I could be, pushing it a little bit just because I don't know exactly how long each audiobook is. Now to get into the October 24-hour readathon books that I will be covering. So I am not going to be as ambitious as I was last month because I had 7 books picked out over the day that I thought I was going to get through, and I barely got through 2, with an exception of adding in reading poems by Walt Whitman over the course of the day because I went to a reading of Walt Whitman's poems and I actually physically read some of his poems, so I barely got through 2 books. So we're gonna dial it back a little bit. I think this list I have is a little bit more manageable. It's 4 books this time, 3 of them in the same series, which you guys actually may know what they are if you did pay attention to my TBR video last month. And first one is Dorothy Must Die by Daniel Page. All I know about this one basically is that it is somehow surrounded around a possible retelling of The Wizard of Oz. I'm not sure exactly, but that's the kind of gist I get from it, but it's got a twist to it. And then the other 3 books I am planning on reading are Insurgent, Allegiant, and 4 in the Divergent series. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get through all of them. I think I may get through Insurgent and Allegiant, and 4 may be pushing it when adding in Dorothy Must Die, but I'm very hopeful that I will at least get through 2 of them. And I don't know, I'm a little scared though to read them because I remember after I read Divergent that a lot of my friends and family, especially my mom, had told me how disappointed she was, at least in Allegiant for sure, and Insurgent was really hard on her too, so I'm very worried to see how these stories play out because I know I did not watch any of the movies after Divergent. I stayed away from them because I didn't want to spoil myself of the books, and I'm really scared, but I'm really excited to be able to get into these ones because this is one of the series I've been dying to get back into for the longest time, along with the Hunger Games and with the City of Bones series. There's so many series that I have stopped after the first book because I've been trying trying to read through other books that I need to get back into. And another one is James Patterson's Confessions of a Murder Suspect, and I really need to get back into that because I missed the second book. I read the third book instead of the second one. But there you guys go. Those are the books that I will be trying to read and listen to over the course of October 2017. I just realized too, making this video, that it is getting to the end of 2017, and that's really weird. I actually remember New Year's Eve just like it was yesterday. Like, I remember vividly what happened, and I'm just so shocked that we are already in October. This is absolutely nuts, and there's been so much that has happened over the course of this past year, good and bad, and I'm just hopeful that things will start continuing to go up from here, because I think we're at a point where most of the world is at rock bottom, and unfortunately the only thing that seems to be making me happy is making videos for you guys, reading, and being with my boyfriend and my family. Those are the only things that seem to make anything worthwhile anymore. And I just want you guys to know that, you know, despite everything that goes on where you are, I don't know exactly what is going on where you are, but you always have to be able to find that light in the dark. You have to be able to push through and find that time where you are going to be your happiest. You need to push through. And I know it sounds hard. I know it may be incredibly difficult for some of you, but the more that you push towards happiness and the more that you push to make yourself happy, you will thank yourself later for it. And just be kind to each other, be kind to yourself, be kind to thy neighbor, basically, and we just need to be able to live harmoniously, and to do that we need to be kind to one another and to ourselves. So anyway, on that philosophical note, I guess, thank you guys so much for joining me in this October TBR video. If you guys did enjoy it, please do give it a big thumbs up, and if you're not already and you'd like to be, hit that button down below and subscribe to become an owlet in our flock, and I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye guys!